Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we are looking at the DC Collectibles Batman animated series, which is actually the New Adventures in this case, ROXY Rocket. And this figure, I wasn't expecting to be super impressed with it. I mean, she's not the most important character of all time, so I wasn't particularly invested, and the figure looked like it was going to be pretty decent, but nothing special. Turns out it's actually a pretty darn good figure. I'm pretty excited to have it, and there's a lot of cool stuff going on in this pack. So aside from the figure itself, she has some decent accessories, including her giant rocket. So let's get a height measurement, and then we'll move on to the accessories. She stands roughly 14 centimeters, which makes her roughly about 5.5, a little bit less than 5.5 inches. She looks really cool, but we will get to that in just a moment. First accessory she has is the little display stage that has the line work for the character, which is kind of cool. It does come with the acrylic upright piece to hold her in place. I wonder if anybody actually uses these. They don't seem that practical. If you use them, let me know. I'm kind of curious, just because I'm curious, but I don't really like those that much, even though the base itself is really cool. Anyway, she has that. She comes with the two fist hands on her. So we have those, but then we also have a couple of other hands. So we have these, which are kind of more relaxed gripping hands. We have, let's see if I can do it without throwing it on the floor. So we have a couple of these, two for the right hand, one for the left. And then we have one more for the left, which is not a gripping hand at all. And I'll try to get those in focus for you, that would help. So we have those, which can be used for holding her accessories or for grabbing onto the rocket ship. But that's it for the hands, which is enough. I think it's nice to have that one open hand, so that's pretty cool. We also get a large wrench, so that'll be nice to pose her with. We also get this kind of gun, which actually has a good amount of detail with that red paint and the sculpt work. I mean, it's cartoon styled, but still pretty nicely done. I like that. And then lastly, we get this gun, which I don't really remember. I have to be honest. It's some kind of flare gun, it looks like. And then we get this, which I also don't remember. I kind of vaguely remember something about it. And I think, if memory serves, she actually shoots these out of this flare-styled gun. And it also fits in here, so I'm thinking I'm remembering correctly. I could be way off base, but that's what I'm thinking. And it's actually pretty well done. And I'm still saying actually too much. I hope you guys didn't notice it prior to me mentioning it. But it does look good, so that's a nice accessory. And then if you want to count it as an accessory, we get the large rocket, which is really cool. Here's the thing about the rocket. It's a vehicle of sorts, so it's along the same vein as the Batmobile, except it's better. It's made better, which is really disappointing for me. There's no serious problems with this thing. The biggest flaw with this thing is that in the packaging, the wire tie made a mark on here, which I might be able to get off with an eraser. That's the only problem. The plastic is nice and smooth. I mean, there's no striations or anything, so that's really cool. The Batmobile had those. Granted, it was much bigger, but still, this thing looks really, really nice. And it comes with this display stand so that you can set it like this, and it'll be pointing up, or you can adjust it however you really want to. But that's pretty cool. And then we have some nice paintwork, so you can see on the side here we have these black spots that are sculpted and painted. Obviously this is a separate color. The entire top has detailed sculpt and paintwork, so that's pretty cool. And then the fins on the back also have nice paintwork. Same thing with the very back. And I didn't even know this was a thing. You guys saw me in the unboxing video. I pointed out that there's a battery spot down here. I didn't know that was a thing. You put the batteries in. Unfortunately, it doesn't come with them. It's LR44 batteries. There are instructions that tell you how to put those in. So you put those in, and then you can turn this, and it lights up. And it's actually fairly bright. It's hard to see right now because I have all these bright lights hitting it. But it lights up just enough to kind of look like there's flame glowing in there, which is a really cool feature. I like it a lot, and they did a good job, mostly because that single LED doesn't look bad as a single LED because it fits the opening. Whereas the Batmobile had like that one little diode that just looked weird, but still very cool looking accessory. She can kind of fit on it. It's not the best situation, but you can put her on it and have her hold it. I would be really careful of paint rub though, because they're all kind of matte paints, so be super careful with that. But you can see, generally, she will fit on it. Now, I'm not going to do a real good job of it right now, but she does fit, so that's pretty cool. Alright, now that I've probably scratched it up really well, let's take a look at the figure. That would be a good thing to do. My favorite feature on this figure is the visor. They did a great job putting the face under there and painting it and then gluing the visor on top. Just looks really nice. Nice translucent blue with the black lining, and the paintwork on the face is nice and clean underneath. Just, oops, that's my fault. Sorry about that. And it just looks really good. The line work on the little helmet thingy looks good. The paintwork for her collar and her shirt, the belt, everything that's painted is painted nicely. And it's just a really appealing figure. The belt is a separate piece, so it won't get in the way of the articulation too much. It's nice and soft. Very nice appeal on this figure. I like it a lot. The hair is a softer plastic, but you're still not going to get too much posability out of the head. You're pretty much just going to get some side to side. For the shoulders, due to the big angled shoulder, you don't get too much range out of those, unfortunately. But I think it'll be enough. And then, of course, you can bring them all the way around, so that's good. No issues there. The elbow joint's a little ugly, but you get pretty good range, almost 90 degrees out of it. So again, that's pretty good, and you get your bicep swivel in there also. And for the wrists, we have a swivel and the hinge that the wrist has. So that's pretty nice. We have our waist twist above the bottom of the jacket, which I guess is okay. It's not ideal since well, I guess that's a belt anyway, isn't it? Probably. Well, I can't tell if it's a belt or a jacket with like a strap built in. Either way, it's not bad. It looks okay. And like I said, this is a soft piece, so it won't get in the way there. You can move it around. You can bring the legs all the way forward almost. Bring them back a little bit, out to the side. Still looks a little bit weird, but it's not too bad. A thigh swivel would have really helped her to fit on the rocket better, though. The legs are not that great. Or the knees, I'm sorry. The knees are not that great. They're acceptable. They look okay, but they don't have the best range of motion. And then for the ankles, you do get to rotate them around at the boot, or the shin if you want to call it a shin swivel. They have pretty decent range forward, a little bit range going back, and a nice ankle rocker. So she's a really solid figure. Nicely done, nicely painted, nicely articulated, nice range of motion, and she comes with a light-up rocket ship and a bunch of accessories. I'm really happy with the figure, and I think you guys will be too. So far, this new batch of DC Collectibles, they're doing a really good job. So check them out, guys. Big Bad Toy Store has these all in stock right now, so you can follow the link in the description and get yourself some. And there's going to be more coming out very soon, actually, too. So make sure you keep an eye out for that. So there it is. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see my upcoming figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.